So Factor 8 is a inside sales training company. We train reps and managers. If they're selling stuff that's under $1 million or they're under 40 years old and wear a headset, that's our audience. BDRs, AEs, account managers, customer success, inbound, outbound, through their progression up into manager. And we're probably best known for getting great results. So I've got the best team in the business. We all grew up in inside sales, and we've boiled down the best hacks, tips, and tricks to help people get results fast and be successful in inside sales. And that's the goal. That's the passion. The more people we can help love going to work and fall in love with and stay in sales, that's my mission in life. So here are some of the results that we get very regularly with clients. And I tell you all this because if you don't have sales training in your company and you need a partner, we'd love for you to pick us. And by the way, for a very limited time, you can do it on someone else's dime. So if we have any enablement leaders or sales leaders in the audience, it's back. Last year, we gave away nearly $1 million of sales training. Seriously. These are fed and private grants, and it's part of a sales apprenticeship program. That's right, like a welder or a plumber or an electrician. There's now a sales apprenticeship, and we are a certified provider. So you get the exact same award-winning, results-getting Factor 8 training on someone else's dime. This will all be gone, I would say, by September. So use the little QR code, book a meeting, see if you qualify. Why not? What do you got to lose? Since some of you have been here many times before, know that we are scheduling. We've got an enablement roundtable happening. I'll show you next in August. In September, we're doing stuff on metrics. It's going to be for our sales leaders. But October, November, and December are already scheduled because Amy Wunderlich is amazing and should be on vacation right now, but she's still here. And I bet she's going to put a link in chat where you can register for future shots. We'd love to see you here. Be a shot regular. This is the enablement roundtable. I'm almost there, folks, I swear. The enablement roundtable is where we are sharing best practices and getting feedback on what we're doing in the industry with our enablement leader friends. It's a great chance to benchmark what you're doing against other companies. It's a great chance to hear what other teams are doing. We are giving away gift cards to take our survey and to join the roundtable. So if that's you or somebody you know in your department, right, in your company, grab a screenshot, send in the QR code. We'd love to see it. And the last part, Kyle Gale in our audience is going to be a mentor in our Emerging Leader Manager certification. So if your manager sucks, send them this information. I'm just kidding. That's awful, isn't it? This is all about training great coaches and performance managers. So it's for existing managers leveling up, ready to be the top of the stack and start preparing to become a director. It's a 5-month certification program where they get training, mentoring, leadership, and a hell of a great network. We got some big companies as a part of this, including Amazon, IBM, Waste Management, and others. So what a cool way to build your network and to learn what others are doing and get better. I'm finally ready to start talking about what we're here to talk about today. We're really famous for our intros and voicemails at Factor 8. And today I'm going to show you what to do and what not to do, and then how to use AI. I'm going to give you QR codes where you can download the prompts and the resources to have AI do it for you. But before I do that, I'm going to talk to you about the best practices in the intros and the voicemails, because if we don't know what we're doing and let AI do it for us, then we sound like idiots and we send out horrible messages and we all sound like robots. Yesterday, my sales VP, Ashley, and I were checking out 3 of our competitors whose entire website was very obviously generated by AI. And you don't want to be that, okay? So bear with me on a little bit of the theory and the best practices so that you have the right judgment to know if what you're getting from AI is a hallucination or any good, or if it sounds like you, or if you even like this theory in the first place. Good? Here we go. Call intros are so critical, okay? It's like, I call it the Moneyball approach. You can't get home if you can't get on first. And the hardest part about sales is getting somebody to talk to you. So when they finally pick up the phone, don't blow it. And most of us do. And it's because we haven't been taught to do any differently. So somebody finally answers and we show up and throw up. But it's not the only sin out there. It's just the most common one. I'm going to sell at you for 2 straight minutes until you hang up on me. Here's one of the other great sins. Hi, this is Lauren with Factor 8. Are you the person in charge of making decisions about buying sales training in your company? Who would say yes? Why, yes, please. Please pitch at me, right? The whole goal is to not sound like a seller. And that's what most of us do. If you're using your value prop, Factor 8's the world's leading provider of inside sales skills, helping people hit quota faster and make more commission. Okay? That's a sales pitch. It doesn't belong in your intro. That wasn't bad, by the way. I just made that up. Here's another one that really cracks me up. The good for you intro. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm calling because I'm your new account rep. Well, listen, honey, your mom might care, but I don't. If you're not going to add value and save me time or make me money, don't waste my time calling to introduce yourself, right? Good for you, darling, is what I want to say when somebody calls me with that. But this one's the worst offense. You probably know this if you've been to a shop before. Don't touch my base. No, don't touch anything. And you have my permission, also not your HR department's permission, to whack anyone on the head you hear calling to touch base. No value, overused. It's like circling back and bumping up and all the other corporate bingo I like to play when I listen to sales cars. So intros are not the time to sell. I want you to be SWIIFT instead. So some of my shop regulars, who knows what SWIIFT stands for? Pausing for 3. Oh, I needed that. Who knows what SWIIFT stands for? Get in here on my chat. Anybody? SWIIFT. I didn't spell it wrong. There it is. So what's in it for them, Josh? Well done. Golf clap, golf clap. I'm not sure who Taylor is, but I'm going to keep moving along here. SWIIFT stands for what's in it for them. And a SWIIFT intro is very short. It answers who are you, what do you want, and why should they care? That's the what's in it for them. But the most important part's in the middle. The goal of the intro is not to earn the right, to have credibility, to do anything but get them talking. The fastest way to get them out of doing their email and ignoring you is to get them talking to you. And a great SWIIFT intro includes their name first, gets their attention. Your name as fast as possible. The SWIIFT lever we're going to talk about for a second. And then SWIIFT questions. Most people tell you to ask open questions, not in the intro. It's got to be closed. Let's dig in on number 3 here. That SWIIFT perk, the ear perk, the value or the lever. This is what gets them to actually stop reading, and you're picking them up by the ear to join a conversation with you. Because they're not waiting for your call, right? They answered on accident. They thought it was the kids' daycare. They're doing email. A SWIIFT ear perk grabs attention. And we've been training this around the world for I started doing this before I started Factor 8, so over 20 years. There are a SWIIFT 6 things that business people value. I know you know at least 2 of them, so I'm going to run through this quickly. Time and money, everybody loves it, right? Save me some, make me some. There's a million different things that lie underneath that, right? Money could be ROI, could be profit, could be ramp, could be quote, could be commission, whatever. Your company's value drivers, the benefits, line up under one of these. I'm so sorry that I can tell the editing went off. I must open it in Google Slides before PowerPoint, and it's made it go onto 2 lines. I hate it when that happens. Everything you're selling lines up under one of these, okay? And it's not a true benefit until it hits one of these. Very often we get confused between a feature and a function and a benefit. Okay, so if you're talking about what it does for the customer and you're not saving them time, money, making their life easier, making them look like a hero, helping them gain control, get freedom from risk, then you're not actually giving them a benefit. A lever's a little different, and it's a piece of information that says, this isn't a cold call, you know me. The best levers out there are people's names, but it could be company history. Hey, this is Factor 8. You did sales training with us last year. This isn't a cold call, I'm new. I'm not new, you know me. Make sense? All right, I'm going to show you a couple examples. Okay, this is a lever. Hey, Josh, this is Lauren calling from Factor 8. Mark and legal asked me to give you a call. This works great. When somebody says, I'm not your contact, and you get them to tell you who it is, you use their name like this, and people pay attention. So it's not a brush off, it's a win. Hey, Josh, Lauren calling from Factor 8. I'm calling to see if I can help you kick up the ROI on your training investment. I'm calling to see if I can save you some money this year on your sales training. Getting it? Ease. Calling to make hiring a lot easier for you. The goal of my call is to pull all the risk out of hiring for you. Okay, these are all little examples. It's one sentence, okay? Then comes the SWIFT question. It's closed. It's 1 or 2 word answer. It's a no-brainer. It's rote. The best ones are yes or no, okay? This uses a brain hack called instinctive elaboration. It is a true scientific fact. You can Google it. And what it means is that when I ask you a question, Kyle, how old are you? Right? An answer came to your head. And that means it's halfway out your mouth. You literally hijack the brain. I'm reading email, I'm not listening to you, but when you ask me a question, my brain stops processing this and starts answering the question. So you can use that to get people into conversation with you and to get them talking. This is the magic of the SWIFT intro, and it's how we help companies double their talk time, okay? True statistic. So the closed question is easier because if my brain starts answering your question and it starts to get complex, I tune in and say, I don't freaking have time for this right now. I don't want to answer this question. Who the hell are you? Why am I talking to you? Okay, you want it to be a rote answer where it's halfway out their mouth. All right, here's the example. Ben, LB, calling with Factor 8. I'm calling to see if I can help you make some more sales commissions this year. You've got over 50 reps on your team these days, right? Okay, that's the good one. Obviously, B is the bad one. Hi, Ben. How have you and your team managed to attack virtual blah, 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 blah. Just that's you talking too much. The goal is to get them talking within 10 seconds. Here's what it looks like all together. Does anybody know what example this is? Is it a value like time, money, ease, risk, power, reputation, or is it a lever? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? I'm giving the answer in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Ashley! It's a lever. Great job. All right, you're going to look at this one. Which one is better? Vote A or B, and then get the download. Thank you, Stephanie. You're exactly right. B is a little pitchy. Move, boom. Love it. Stephanie, you're a fast reader. Thank you, ladies. Great job. Okay. B is interesting, right? But it's kind of pitchy and it's too long. You get it. This is what a good SWIFT intro looks like. Here are the components again. And now you can, in fact, let me go to the next one. We're not going to practice here. Grab this QR code. It's going to give you a download and a prompt. Now that you understand what it is and how to use it, okay, you're going to attach the download and type in the prompt or paste in the prompt, and it's going to write you your own SWIFT intros that you can use. Cool? So here's an example, right? We pasted it in and literally out it came. So Ashley's our seller, right? And these were the SWIFT intros it wrote for us. So cool. By the way, we also got good stuff for voicemails, and I'm going to show you that next as well. Okay, I'm going to go back really quick, make sure everybody got the QR code, and drink coffee. Oh, Amy, and thanks for putting the link in for everybody. Awesome. So good. All right, moving forward quickly. Just a quick hack, everybody. Those short form, quick questions work like magic in LinkedIn and email as well. This is a study by LinkedIn showing that shorter is better. Don't pitch me in an email or in a LinkedIn message. Okay, the key is to engage, then sell. Engage, then sell. Cool? All right. But we don't want you to just email, right? Or just send LinkedIn messages. The whole point of this is to pick up the phones. If you commit to just dialing 1 hour a day, okay, you're probably going to make 20 dials, get a hold of 1 or 2 people. That equates to 400 touches in a month, 20 conversations in a month, and that's 240 in a year. Okay, sales conversations convert. However, I do know it's tough to get a hold of decision makers, right? The stats these days are showing us that uh, to really get somebody, it's going to take a good 8, 10, 12 tries, which is why you got to dedicate an hour a day. It's getting harder every year to get a hold of people. But here's the good news. Fewer people are trying, okay? I get very few sales calls anymore and a bucket load of pitchy emails. So be the person who calls, because look at this. 80% of the sales, right, are made after 5 to 12 contacts. Get this, over 50% of sellers give up after one call. This is your path to success right here. Make it a game, make it fun. By the way, take a picture. These are the best times to call. Now, you and I both know that 8 or 9 out of 10 of these calls, what are you going to get? Voicemail. So let's not F that up, okay? I love this. If your voicemail says you don't have to call me back, there's no chance in hell they're going to. It's harsh, but true, okay? I want you to leave a message. I know, it's old, it's antiquated. 80% of people don't leave voicemails. That's why you should, okay? Usually about 1 or 2% are returned. We're going to triple that for you. I get it. It's still small, but it's a free conversation a week. Why not? Why else are you leaving a message? It's like buying a billboard and leaving it blank, okay? Every time you're leaving a message, it's a brand for you. If you don't leave a message, your touch doesn't count. You know, I told you it'll take 8 to 12. If you're not leaving a message, that didn't count. So always leave the message. And then, by the way, pretend it doesn't piss you off. There are people that I have worked with for 30 years, and it takes me 4 calls to get them to call me back. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm a skeevy vendor and they think I'm selling them something, or this is just the game. But we're buddies. And like by the time they find the answer or call me back, I'm pretty much just have to pretend, oh, this is the first time I've tried and I'm not pissed off. It took me 5 times, Rob Beatty. All right. So 2 more harsh but true facts about voicemails. No one ever called you back if you didn't leave one, and nobody ever bought anything over voicemail. So we don't want to pitch there either. Here are the goals of voicemail. Sydney, thank you. Number 1, of course, is to get a call back. Number 2 is that branding, that impression. It takes more brand impressions than ever, according to marketing, to get people to buy, and this is your chance. But there's also a positive you impression, and of course, my favorite, guilt. Folks, it works for the Catholic Church. It can work for you too. It does actually work. I don't have time to tell you the story, but there was this guy who tried so hard to sell me Suns tickets, and I hate basketball. And by the time I finally accidentally picked up, I felt so sorry. I'm like, Sean, I apologize. I've been ignoring you for 3 months. And I gave him the time to pitch me because I felt a little guilty. Okay. So here are the voicemails our AI is going to build for you. The 4 we found that work the best. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm giving you next. Here are the rules. Under 10 seconds, easy to read or understand, upbeat, okay? Don't be a drone on a voicemail. Don't be a robot. And you want to leave them wanting more, okay? Not selling at them. Here are the 4. A lever, we already talked about it. Mystery, urgency, or value, which we've already talked about as well. So let's go through them quickly. Quick examples. The lever. Kyle, Jason asked me to give you a call. Promised I would. Get me back at this number. Pretty easy. Short. Mystery. Hey, it's LB calling. Give me a call back at. What could it be? Some people will also say, I'm calling about information on your account. I have important account information for you. Is it canceled? Did I win a prize? I'll call back. I don't know. Urgency. Hey, this is LB. I got to get you. I'm trying really hard to get you by the end of the week before the deadline. Please give me a call back at. It works. Okay. I like urgency and mystery as a combination personally myself. And then there's always value. Okay. Hey, this is LB. I'm calling with TTI. I'm trying to help you boost some revenue this year. Give me a call back at blank. It is a sales pitch, but there's a little value in there. So give it a try. My big suggestion, folks, is make sure that you write down in your CRM LVM-mystery, LVM-value money, LVM-keep track of what's working. Okay. You don't want to leave the same one 20 times in a row for anybody either. This is the checklist on if it's good or not. Here's the QR code you're looking for. Let AI do all the work. Amy's got it in there. Yay. Love it. Here we go. Everybody got it? It's going to give you one of each kind of voicemail. It works great. I got a bonus extra shot. Your value prop is a great one as well. Okay. Most value props were kind of written by marketing. I have an elevator in here because that's what we used to call them, the elevator pitch. And it used to work. You have the right length of the ride up the elevator when you're meeting with somebody to get them interested in what you do. In phone sales, we have a fraction of that. We have step into the elevator, maybe time to hit the button. Okay. It's got to be fast. It's got to be impactful. And if you're reading what marketing put on your website, no one's listening to you. So we've got some tips and a great class on fixing your value prop. And I'm giving you the cheat sheet and the QR code to let AI write it for you. Once again, you're going to attach the cheat sheet, paste in the prompt, and it's going to write you a value prop. Okay. The key to these is that it's got to be something. When did we stop calling them elevator pitches? Blaze, we're old, dude. Sorry, that's it. No, no longer. The key to these are making them conversational. If you wouldn't give your elevator pitch, your value statement or prop to your buddy after 2 beers, right? Then you're probably using $5 words and marketing lingo, and people tune that out, especially in conversation. Cool. All right. So we've got an entire 3.5 minutes left. And here's what I'd like to do. At this stage, you're in one of 3 buckets. 1, awesome LB, thanks, I'm set. I'll see you next month. I invite you to follow on LinkedIn. That's the orange code there because we're always giving away value like this. Go get it, right? We do stuff for sellers, for sales leaders, and for enablement folks. Could be bucket 2, thanks, but this probably isn't a fit for who I am or what I'm doing. It was fun checking you out and drinking for a half an hour, but I'm good. And bucket number 3 is, I love this, but I need more help, right? Webinars are quick tips and tricks. It's not training. You're not going to invite your team to the sales shop and walk out with them making changes and getting results from it, right? This is to introduce you to topics. If you need a little bit more, I'm going to tell you how you can work with the Factor 8 team and give you that code again so that it's on somebody else's dime. And if that's not you, then thank you very much for being here. I'll let you jump off, and I'm going to spend the next 2 minutes telling you how to work with us. Here we go. Some more results. This is the QR code to book a meeting with the team. We love getting these results and the thank you notes. It's almost as good as when we have somebody come back to us for training. I was a rep. I soared in my career. Now I'm a director. I want to hire you to come back. We love that. We work 3 different ways, folks. 1 is DIY. I don't have much budget. I don't have a big team. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a team of 10 or less. The training we use with those big logos we showed you is sitting on the sales bar, and you can access it too. You're not getting the live trainer and coaching with it, but you're getting as close as we can get. There's activities, there's coaching guides. We threw the kitchen sink at this to make it really, really good, and we get tons of great feedback on the quality, the interactivity, and the fun, and the usefulness of what's in there. Okay, so you can go take SWIIFT intro, voicemails, you take our prospecting certification, all in the sales bar for a couple $100. All right. The second way we work with companies, usually mid-market, is they outsource the sales training to us. They either don't have an enablement department, or they're busy helping everybody else in the company, or don't understand sales, and they're looking for ongoing sales training. And we partner with those companies anywhere from 6 months to 6 years to outsource the enablement of their new hires and their ongoing and their manager training. That's where you can get apprenticeship dollars to help fund it. The third way we work with companies is with the bigger companies who want to license our content and have us give them the materials and train the trainer so that they can use it internally. And what's cool about that we do differently is that we'll even put it on your systems, and we'll even give you the soft copies so that you can customize it and make it your own. And I don't know any other team that does that, but that's what I wish I had when I was an enablement leader, and nobody sold it. So I'm changing the industry. Here's the QR code one more time. This is US-based employees, full-time sellers. Okay, we've had all different industries take advantage of this. and the grants offset the cost of the training. There are hoops to jump through. Of course, there's paperwork. We're dealing with grants and federal government here. But my team's been doing it for 3 years. We've given away over $1 million and we'll help walk you through it. Cool? All right. If you are one of those larger companies and you said, what? You're going to give me your training and the soft copies? You're joking. It's called Everboarding. You can learn more about it here. We're also going to be talking about it at our enablement round table, which I'm going to show you next. And then I will stay on if anybody has a question or two. And otherwise, we're going to peace out. Cool. We would love the chance to work with you and your team, reps, managers, etc. Enablement leaders, we love sharing best practices. It's not pitchy. It's not about us. It's helping facilitate sharing within each other. Cool. All right. So you can take the survey here if you're in enablement. Send this to your enablement leaders if you know and love them. You can request your invite to the roundtable there as well. You might even win a $100 gift card. And in 3, 2, 1, here's our final stuff. You can follow on LinkedIn with the orange code. And if you want to chat about what's happening in your company or the enablement roundtable or government dollars or, hiring us to work with your team of 500, I would love to talk with you. That's the QR code on the right. Otherwise, thank you. I'm so happy that you are here. We're always fast-paced, tip-rich, free, and I'll see you next month. Have a good one, everybody. Welcome, Sydney. Welcome, Dan. Hope you guys come back. Good to meet you. I am hanging here. If you have a question, throw it into chat. Otherwise, have a wonderful afternoon. Go ahead and sign up. We'll see you next time.